Welcome back everyone to the channel, and this one we're going to be showing some minor attacks for Town Hall 10 and Town Hall 11, so you can consider it kind of a minor attack strategy guide in a way. And I'm going to be walking you through a couple different scenarios of some bases, some single target bases, some multi-target bases, and taking some like 2 healers versus 5 healers for the Queen Walk. So let's go ahead and get into these raids. All right, so this first one is going to be the Town Hall 10v10, a fresh 10v10, by the way. And this was a Lime Killer coming in. And as you can see, Lime Killer has 3 healers down here. And then he's going to come in with Mass Miners with 30 of them. And then he's going to use the Wall Wrecker to push his way through. And let's identify which way he wants to come. Well, you can see a Wizard was dropped here at 3 o'clock, but why is he going to funnel up here? Well, there's a reason, right? The Town Hall is down here, so he's got to use the Wall Wrecker away from the Town Hall to come across. So that means he can't miner the base this way because the Town Hall is over here. If you want to use the Wall Wrecker to tank, so it's got to come from this way. So if the Wall Wrecker is going to be like that, that means you have this section here and you have this section here for your heroes to take out. Well, if you take a look at this, there's only 2 defenses right here and then some storages. But look at this. You see a whole wall of defenses right here. So if you drop a Queen with a Queen Walk with the 3 healers, the Queen will be able to step up and remove this whole wall right here, keeping the miners inside the base if they come this way, and then the King can go here and he can clear all of this. Miners then can grab that on the edge as they move through the base just like this. So you see these wall of defenses, that's where the Queen is going to get dropped, and she is going to be responsible for taking all those out. So you see a Wizard here to help clear this section so the Queen has nowhere to go but down south to 9 o'clock. Wizard is going to clear that right there, which then is going to let the King go down this way, right? So the Wizard will actually be able to take down that Dark Barracks as well. And now here comes the Wall Wrecker. So the Queen's going to remove each one of these defenses on the side here. And then it's just going to be a mass miners here. There, remember, it's Town Hall 10, so you have no Warden here. And then he does have 4 heal spells and a Rage. You're going to see the Queen pop her ability. Not going to use the Rage spell right there. Does have a Lava Loon, so he's going to poison that balloon. He did accidentally drop 2 heals in the same spot. That was an accident right there. But he's going to drop that Rage in the core. And he does have 2 poison spells there. One, because he has no idea what was in the CC, so it was fresh. It could have been Dragon, it could have been something else, which the Dragon could have done a lot of work. So since it was a fresh hit, he decides not to just take 1. He took more than 1 poison to be safe since it was fresh. And now the miners are coming through the base just like that. He wanted to use that final heal spell for this area right there instead of dropping 2 in that spot. But as you can see, this attack was just too overwhelming. So if you see that the Queen can step up and remove a lot of defenses one side, there can definitely be a potential for mass miners, especially if they're single target infernos. So remember, where's the Town Hall? And then start thinking from across the base, where do you want to come? And if the Queen can step up and remove a whole wall of defenses just like that, and the King can go on the opposite side, that could be a good mass miner base. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the next 10v10 with the miners. All right, so this next one is by Ballin, and he's going to actually only take 2 healers in this instance. All right, so where is the Town Hall? All right, so the Town Hall is down here at 6 o'clock, and where's he going to come across the base? All right, well, interesting. All right, so but it is another kind of square style base here with a couple grids. So that means the Wall Wrecker has to come from this way, right? So let's say if you do it from this way, where's the Queen going to go? The Queen will have to step up and grab all this. Okay. King would have to go like this and grab that. Then you can mass miner this way. That's a possibility. Now let's see the other possibility. Wall Wrecker could come from this way, right? You can send the Queen. She could step up here. She can grab a Wizard Tower, Cannon, Archer Tower, all this. The King can go this way, but as you can see, he does have 4 wall breakers. Why do you get wall breakers? Well, maybe if he pops that wall right there, the King can then get sent into the base and remove this section right here, causing the miners to stay inside the base more, and that's exactly what Ballin's going to do. So he's going to come from across the base. The Wall Wrecker is going to come from this way. The King's going to come from here, and the Queen is going to get dropped right there. And he only has 2 healers because look at this. There is not too much point defenses. He's going to use the extra spaces for the miners to have actually 33 of them. And so now the king's going to be responsible for running in because he broke the king in here. Only 2 healers. That queen doesn't need any more. Does have the queen ability as well to push through, and he does have 2 poisons in this instance. And here comes the wall wrecker to the town hall, so that's where it's going to go. And then mass miner through the base. So the king is going to not only remove some of those storages on the outside, but he's also going to remove the enemy king too, so the miners won't get stuck on him. Does drop 1 poison right there on the wizard. The queen is going to continue to move here. Didn't actually walk up to get that wizard tower, so she's going to continue to walk down and be able to take out some of the edges here. The miners are then going to push their way straight into the queen. Double bomb towers right here and multi-target infernos. So this is still very viable with double multis as well as singles here. And now out comes a bunch of skellies here. So he does drop this poison in the core there after the initial one, which was dropped up there. And he's going to heal his way through this multi section. And then you're going to see these miners move their way around. The queen's going to follow. He's got some archers now working on the town hall down here. Has 1 wall breaker, which he can drop as kind of a test distraction because he won't need it, won't be able to break through a wall here. And then you can see the heal spell getting those miners, so he's kind of just reacting to where the miners were going on the fly. So he did save 1 heal. So if you can save onto 1 heal to kind of identify where they're going to take the most time, where they're going to get hit by the most splash damage, that is the best place to drop that heal. As now the miner's going to move through. The queen's going to get stuck on that lava hound. 1 healer is going to transition over to the miners, and they are able to finish off this base. For the 10v10, it wasn't fresh, so he knew what he was facing, but still, beautiful 10v10, kind of mass miners. Had a little bit of a queen walk there as well, so very nice hit ballin'. All right, so now we're into the Town Hall 11s. We got 3 of them, and so the first one is going to be actually 5 healers. So he's going to incorporate more of a queen walk, queen charge into this mass miners of 29 of them. So what is he going to do? Well, where's the queen? The queen's in the core, right? It's not necessarily you have to kill the queen. The miners can take care of her, but also you have to figure out what's in the CC. Well, this was not a fresh hit, so he knew there was actually some extra kind of defenses that could do a ton of damage. So some baby dragons in that CC, so he felt that if he could drop his queen here, and she's going to pick off these defenses, and she's actually going to funnel herself down to 6 o'clock down here. This bowler is going to provide a nice bowler bounce onto that gold mine right there. The queen's going to go down south, and then he's going to use the wall wrecker to push his way through because he wants to get access not only to the queen, to the eagle, to the king, but also to the enemy CC. So he wants to be able to take all of that out in the charge with the queen. And so that is why he's coming from down south, because the town hall is up here. So he feels that if he breaks this wall right here, he can get access to all of this in the core. And then that is exactly what he's going to do. The wall wrecker is going to be a nice charge into this base. The queen's going to follow in. Baby dragon down south at 6 o'clock, going to be able to remove some more of those buildings, and then drops the poison on the double baby dragon, some archers to take them down. The poison's going to be able to do its job there. And look at this wall wrecker push its way into the core. You're going to see the rage spell get dropped right there. It is balloons to be able to take care of that eagle, no problem. And there it is. So now the queen's not going to be able to actually step up until some of these defenses are down. But now, as you can see, there's kind of this shape that's remaining of the base, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Send the miners with the king through the base here. The king's going to be responsible for running around clearing this, and the warden's actually going to start to help out these miners through the base. Tornado trap's not going to do anything. Queen on enemy queen, and there it is. So our queen took her down through the ability. Double giant bomb, not going to do much with these healers on him. And then look at these miners. They're going to push their way through the space. He has 2 more heal spells. The king is going to push his way, clearing the edge here, keeping these miners inside the space. Queen's going to be able to take down those skellies. And look at this. It's just a matter of having these miners go through not much splash damage anymore. Just has the 1 mortar, the 1 wizard tower there, and the final mortar on the end. But he can use the heal spells in those areas. Plus, still has that queen up with the healers. and she's barely hanging on, and she's going to stay alive, and realizes that this wizard tower is distracted on some back end miner, so he does not drop that heal spell there. And then you're going to see the heal spell come in where that Tesla farm is, and he's going to drop it right in this area. There it is, to heal up those miners. Queen walks around, so beautiful job. And why did he charge into the base? Well, he felt that if he can walk the queen into the base, he can get a ton of value and then start the miners through the other side. Beautiful funnel to get those miners to go from defense to defense inside the middle of the space. Hexagram, beautiful. Queen walk, queen charge into the miner attack. All right, so the next one is Jawalagram coming in on number 13, and you're gonna see him come in with another 5 healers queen walk. So what he's gonna do, he's gonna drop a nice bowler bounce onto that gold mine there. Why is he doing it right there? Well, if you take a look at where does he want to kind of send his troops in? Does he want to send the wall wrecker from here? Does he want to send the wall wrecker from here? Well, let's see. It's a very interesting style here because you got to see that he actually has a jump spell. So he's going to use the queen to walk all the way up here, and there is a damage CC, so there is some witches in there. So he wants to actually have the queen address the witches. So if the queen walks this way, she's going to walk all the way around, and he's going to drop the jump spell right in here actually get the queen to go into here to take out the eagle as well. You can see some of the archers up top clearing out for the funnel to make sure that some of these buildings are taken down. You're going to see the wizard come down once the queen gets onto this cannon here, and then the queen's going to go through. You're going to see a rage spell to get dropped in this area to keep her alive. Dropping some archers on the edge here to make sure that he doesn't worry about a time fail. So there is the rage spell. Queen's also going to be responsible for the enemy king there. Wizard is dropped. That's going to help a lot for kind of the funneling, because he's going to take down that gold storage, which is going to help keep the queen inside this space here where she will not go up, because she could have, see, look at this. She's going to go to that king platform, but that wizard takes down that gold storage while she is occupied on that baby dragon witch CC. So now where's she going to go? She's kind of going to follow back inside the space here. The wizard's going to take down that air defense. That witch actually helped aggro the queen a little further south, and now what's left? The king's going to go down here. He's going to take a bunch of these defenses, and then he's just going to push his way through the space. The wall wrecker kind of tanking a little bit, and look at this. There is a tornado trap, not going to do anything. Having the warden follow the miners through the space, creating a nice kind of wedge to keep these miners grouped together from defense to defense inside the space, and still has that queen up with her ability, I might add, and does have that rage spell. And look at this, the wall wrecker is not down. He wants to probably pop that wall wrecker so that they go back to grab that multi, otherwise it might just get too far inside this base. And look at this, pops that warden ability, protects those miners through it, drops the rage spell because there are at least some storages here to move through this area fast. And look at that, just overwhelming this base. Still has that final heal spell, pretty much can swag it at this point, but beautiful queen walk miner attack for the 11v11 Jawalagram. Beautiful job getting it done. Swagging a heal spell at it. It's definitely something I've got to learn as well. So let's get into the final 11v11 miner attack. All right, so we have our final attack here, and this is Texagram coming in on this 11v11, and let's take a look. Before he drops any of the troops, where do you think he's going to have the mass miners come in? Where's the queen walk going to come in? Well, let's take a look. Where's the town hall? That's a very key thing. Town hall is there. So where's the wall wrecker going to go? Wall wrecker is going to come from one of these directions here. Okay, let's say he comes from this way, right? Let's just take a guess. If the wall wrecker comes from there, okay, the queen will probably have to walk down here and clear all this. Okay, the king would probably have to go here, clear all this, but then it'll cause your miners to go through this. There's kind of it's kind of spread out in this area. All right, let's see. But what if the wall wrecker comes from this way? Okay, and then he sends the queen walk from here to remove these, to remove this, to remove all of that. Okay, so let's say all this goes down from the queen walk. Let's say the king goes down here and clears all of this, right? So let's say the king gets all of that. Now what does he have left? Well, if the wall wrecker is coming through here, he's got that can target it. He's got this wizard tower that can target it. Oh, let's keep it like that. He's got this archer tower that can target it. That, well, depends on the angle that he comes at. He can actually come at the base if he wants to get an angle that covers that archer tower, it could be literally like right there, and then that can actually target it. So this wall wrecker, if it comes from right here, can aggro all of these defenses right here, and the miners can come in untouched. So that probably looks like the best spot to come to the miners. Let's go ahead and take a look. Is that what he's going to do? Well, let's see where he's going to drop this queen here. All right, so the queen is dropped at 12 o'clock. Healer's going to stay on this queen, but let's see where she's going to go. This wizard is going to get that gold mine there. Is that going to cause the queen going to walk this way? Well, let's see. Exactly. There is the wall wrecker right there. So he does drop it right there because it's going to come through this path of all these defenses just like this. But he does drop the miners a little early because I think he didn't want this queen to walk this way. So the king's going to go here. He's going to clear all this. And now the wall wrecker is coming through here just like that. That wall wrecker can tank all of that. But the king's also tanking this archer tower. Out comes the lava hound balloon. Drops a poison for the loon, keeping all these miners inside the core of the space. The queen is going to walk around, be responsible for all of this. Kings, through his abilities, can be responsible for all this. But look at this. The miners are pushing their way through. And look, you see, the queen removed all this. You can have little heal spells literally covering the whole remaining portion of the base. That's why he wanted to go take out all this, because he feels that heal spells can cover everything where the miners are going to go. So now the king is moving his way south, continuing to go down. The queen is still going around up around to 9 o'clock. And look at this, all the miners are pushing through. He already used his award ability towards the beginning portion of the raid, and this wall wrecker is not stopping. Still has that queen ability, and that's going to push his way through the final part of the space. Still has a heal spell. Queen pops her ability. The healers are going to end up getting picked off by the multi-target Inferno there. But he just has too many miners at this point. He did drop the heal spell in this area, which I don't believe was the best spot. He could have saved that because I don't think it really protected really anything. He could have ended up using it in this area for that final multi, but look at this. He just has too many miners. So because the queen was able to remove all this, the king was able to remove all this, heal spells literally, if you like draw it out, can cover the whole base for the attack. The whole remaining portion of the base, the heal spells can cover. So that is why he wanted to go with mass miners, because it was the perfect hit for this base layout. And so that's going to wrap up this video here with the Queen Walk Miners for the Town Hall 10 and Town Hall 11. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe down below for those daily videos. And if you guys have any questions, comments, and concerns, you can leave it in the comments section below as well, and I'll do my best to get to those and answer them as well. And so I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Carbonfin signing out. Peace.